These are not the lineups that either team, Clark, thought they would have for this one. Big injuries to contend with on both sides.
And that happens sometimes during the course of the season, Kevin. It's actually a good test of your depth and your will, and it gives other guys an opportunity to step into the breach and show what they've got. Always interesting to see which guys will take advantage of a newfound opportunity.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity, you're right. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Hunter is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the one. And for Brooklyn, Trent's out there with Harris. Then there's Allen. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point.
Well, dangerous on the fast break. Spencer Dinwiddie, so fast and gets up and down quickly.
And here's Young from the arc. Rebounded by Temple. And here are the Nets. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the bucket by the Nets. And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his first foul. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Now here's Reddish. 9-point game his last outing.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Temple. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 5 on the clock. And here's Harris from the arc. And the rejection by Collins. The pass to Young. It's blocked.
Boy, it's rare to see a block shot from a perimeter player like Dinwiddie, but good job that time.
Temple gets the bucket.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here is Harris. 9 points last game out. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Just 2 to shoot. Prince kicks to Dinwiddie. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Young. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Hunter with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. To stop the run. Ball's knocked loose. In transition, here come the Nets. Pass to Prince. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Joe Harris was the league leader in three-point percentage last season. He's an absolute laser, and he's really coming to his own with hard work and finding the right fit.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Collins.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under him.
Here's Hunter. The Hawks again can't hit. And also a three-point shootout trophy for Joe Harris, besting Stephen Curry in his hometown of Charlotte.
Yeah, you know what? The fans beginning to learn what NBA defenses have known for a while. This guy, Joe Harris, is automatic from beyond the arc, making a name for himself as a solid defender, but a great three-point shooter.
Collins, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
So it's Atlanta now. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Herter. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Collins against Allen, and there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul. Allen against Collins. No good with the triple. The Hawks trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Now here's Dinwiddie, coming off a solid outing against Miami. Harris passes to Prince, just 5 to shoot. From deep. No good on that one, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Reddish. Knocks down the 10-footer. Reddish has got it back down to single digits for Atlanta. Here now is Dinwiddie. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Temple the pass to Allen.
About the hops for a guy that long. Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Here's Temple following the 3 by Atlanta. Knocked away. Harris outside. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. Atlanta making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Hawks on D. 7-point differential. Dinwiddie, a terrific shot on the turnaround. Dinwiddie's got 6 points. Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Herter passes to Hunter. Passes it to Young. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
It's Allen, top of the key. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Kicks to Temple. 6 to shoot. Here's Harris. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here is Young. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Harris. And it's LeVert in for Garrett Temple. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Jordan kicks to Chandler. Bounce pass from Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Mark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development. The investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Now Jones following the three-point attempt by DeAndre Jordan. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Brooklyn, they have a 9-point lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And the first one drops. Clark, here we are in mid-season, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Hawks trail by 7. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. Oh, and it's off. They can't cash in on the break. Now LeVert. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Turner. Carter looking around. 4 on the clock. And there's the pass to Jones. Here's Bembry. And the shot is long. Brooklyn leading by 10. Down low. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On the wing, Jones. Pass to Bembry. The 3. And the 3 ball is good. Bembry's got 5 now. The Nets shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Jordan finds Dinwiddie.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
Shooting 2. One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
The first free throw is good. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace. He's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
Now here's Turner. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the middle, here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Turner against LeVert. Back to Dinwiddie. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. 14 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Turner against Chandler. Carter outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Fernando. Here's Turner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Turner passes to Bembry. Here's Fernando. Pass to Carter. Here's Fernando. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's LeVert. He's guarded closely. Dinwiddie kicks to Chandler. Rebound by the Hawks.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Turner, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Chandler. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
He misses the free throw. Alex Lenz checked in for Damian Jones. Good on the second free throw.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. Len finds Turner. They get a hand on it. Here's Fernando. Guarded by Jordan. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Nets lead by 11. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade, you know, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine Jamison and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. And it's Chandler in at the 3 slot. The Hawks trail by 13. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Joe Harris has checked in for Prince. Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. Trae Young comes in for Carter. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. The pass to Harris. 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. And the Nets miss again.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Reddish kicks to Young. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
3-pointer, LeVert, and again, no good by Brooklyn. The Hawks trail by 11. Poked loose. Chandler with the steal. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Pass to LeVert. Good, and Harris gets the assist. LeVert's got his first basket.
What a tough make that was by LeVert. Refused to be denied, and great concentration.
Here's Hunter, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example setter. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
The free throw drops for Hunter.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Allen's checked in for the Nets. Temple comes in for Karis LeVert. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins checked in for Benford. Both shots good from the stripe. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. It's Jordan on the wing. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Jordan. No good that time. Collins with some nice D. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And that matchup against the Sixers, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Collins against Jordan. Shot clock at 5. Temple the pass to Allen. Dishes to Jordan. A 3-ball. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for John Collins. He's right around 17 points a night, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And he trims the lead to single digits. And it's 7 points for Trae Young.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's really stood out for them over the past month. 7th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Now, here is Young, 7 points in the game.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Temple, 6-point lead. Stolen away. Here's Herter, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from him. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Dinwiddie outside. Shot clock at 6. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Now here is Harris. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Dinwiddie with it, and Young picks him up defensively.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
The first one falls. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Can't drop it in from the right block. Brooklyn leading by 4. Left side, Harris. Now the dish to Dinwiddie. Here's Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, a stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, Explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
The Hawks making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And he sinks the second. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Jordan kicks to Temple. Inside. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 20 points.
Seeing Dinwiddie in attack mode, boy, that's fun to watch. Outstanding at getting to his spots and cashing in.
Here's Young. Collins trying to break free. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut back down to 5 as they get the points there from Young. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. He gets it in there. Young's got 13 points.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Nets have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
The Hawks trail by 5. Herter passes to Hunter. Outside Collins. Pass to Young. He dishes it to Hunter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Nets leading by 4. Now here's Dinwiddie. 22 points for him. Harris with it. Passes to Temple. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jordan. And Jones pulls it down.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
There's Dinwiddie after the basket by Atlanta. And the pass to Allen. From the baseline. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Allen. And that's now 24 points for Spencer Dinwiddie. Pass to Jones. Here's Herter. There's the triple. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Dinwiddie against Young. Pass to Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
The Nets making a switch here. Prince is checked in. And Allen drops them both. And here is Turner. Tipped away. And so the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Herter. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Averaging about 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bembry's checked in, and the second free throw, good. Here's LeVert. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami. Dinwiddie outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Prince. An easy 2 points on the layup. Prince has got 7 points.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Passes it to Fernando. Turner against Dinwiddie. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's foul number 2 for him. There's the pass to Fernando. Lets the 3 fly. And no good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Chandler with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. Allen left side. Clock at 6. Chandler the pass to Allen. Over Carter. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Chandler. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammates.
Here's Fernando. No points in the game yet for him. The shot by Turner, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Prince outside. On the wing, Chandler. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. He hits the second from the line. And Brooklyn has possession. 7-point differential. Dinwiddie passes to Chandler. The Nets working the ball around now. Now LeVert. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. From 12 feet out. Shot clock at 3. He can't get it to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Here's LeVert following the score by Vince Carter. Out left to the wing. 3 on the clock. Dinwiddie wide open. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn came out looking very confident, looking absolutely unstoppable off the tip. They put together a masterful 12-0 run. After a well-executed first quarter, they held the lead by 11. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
Percentage-wise, they were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nets leading by 8. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. It's Reddish and Hunter teaming up at the forward spots. And it's Collins in at the 5 down low. Harris trying to get free. And the Nets, another 3.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Young dishes to Hunter. Young taking his time here. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Allen against Collins. Kicks it to Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here, and that one is good. And that's 15 points for Trae Young.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Puts up a 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul. Hawks on D. They trail by 7. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harris has got 5 now.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Here's Rex. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
76% on the season from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Brooklyn leading by 9. Dinwiddie outside. Temple fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Hey, Spencer Dinwiddie is a really good passer at the point guard position, and he knows that's critical to developing chemistry with his teammates.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And that one misses. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
Now here's Dinwiddie. After the miss from Cam Reddish, it's deflected. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And here's Young from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 18 points.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling it.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Pass to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Nets miss again. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. 8-point game. Collins passes to Reddish. And here's Young from the arc. A rebound by the Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To the inside. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to Allen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
And, you know, when Allen gets this positioning, the defense is in trouble, which in turn forces them to commit the foul.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. First one falls for him. That one is no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Atlanta.
And checking out the numbers for Young. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. Second in scoring and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Now here is Harris. He has 5. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And now let's bring up the numbers and show you the point guards with the highest assist rate over the past month. The 4th spot held by Trae Young.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
Now Young, after Spencer Dinwiddie missing on that last three-pointer.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Temple. He's got 8. Outside Jordan. He kicks to Harris. Poked away. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. The Hawks trail by 4. Now, here is Young. 18 points for him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediately. And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And so Young nails them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
LeVert against Young. Levert the pass to Harris. Pass to Prince. 6 to shoot. Levert with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Reddish with the ball. 5 points in the game. The pass to Len. For the tie. He nails it, and we're tied up. Len's got his first basket of the night.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Levert. Over Young. Len with the block. Young outside. For the lead. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Temple, defended by Young. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound, Atlanta. Collins has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Young outside. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Jones checked in for John Collins. Turner comes in for Hunter. And it's Bembry in for Reddish. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
It's the Nets now. They trail by 1.
And now both teams in the penalty. It's still early. This one could become a free throw contest.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And he makes the first.
Hey, grit and grind are words that fit Chandler because that's what he brings to his team, that sandpaper edge and toughness, a guy who doesn't give an inch and is always fighting.
Carter, he's checked in for Trae Young. Chandler hits them both. And here is Turner. Pass to Len. Carter outside. Wilson Chandler with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. Now Harris. He has 5. LeVert kicks to Temple. Harris outside. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got 8 points.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass, catch and shoot, not the dribble.
Turner against Harris. Left side Turner, and stolen by Harris. An even 3-on-3 break. Lobs it up for Jordan. Knocked loose, hands are the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Temple. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And playing with the reserves, he might not get the minutes he'd like, but you sense that hunger to improve.
Well, you know, he stated that he wants to improve, but until that actually happens, he'll continue to come off the bench.
Here's Carter, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Chandler.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Vince Carter hits them both. Brooklyn's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Temple the pass to Harris. And here's LeVert. Nets passing it around. To the paint. Harris kicks to Temple. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, LeVert. That shot off. And Atlanta will come the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Len. The 3. Bembry's shot good. Bembry's got 9. Here's Temple. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Leans from outside. Len grabs the board. Len's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Turner. Nets trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lobs it up for my goodness! That is breathtaking.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Carter against Harris. Jones in the post. Misses in close. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Harris passes to Temple. Left side Chandler. Launches it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bembry. 9 points in the game so far. Jones, no luck. 1:30 left in the 3rd quarter. The feed to Harris. Rebound by the Hawks. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Joe Harris. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Garrett Temple. Now here's LeVert. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the 3rd. Allen kicks to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Jones looking for an opening. Dinwiddie against Turner. Over Allen. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got 5 points so far. Nets trail by 4. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Dinwiddie. And it's sent back by Turner. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. LeVert inside the line. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Nothing much you can do defensively there. I mean, LeVert, excellent at maintaining focus and knocking down.
He made it! He caught it!
Big time!
Wow!
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Allen in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 5. LeVert with a wide open look. Rebound Atlanta.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Turner. Doesn't go for him. Chandler with the defensive effort.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Jordan. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Hunter's checked in for Carter. Atlanta leading by 5. Embry the pass to Turner. Knocks it loose and stolen by Prince. Here's Chandler. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
And he makes the first. Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. And both free throws good for Prince. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Young outside, and the foul called on Jared Allen. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Hawks making a change here. Reddish is checked in. On defense, the Nets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Herter. Atlanta gets it back.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Prince dishes to Dinwiddie. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dinwiddie.
And they're not creating as many open looks now as they did in the first half. They've got to get sharper at the offensive end if they hope to bounce back in this game.
He gets that one.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player of his age.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. To go with a 3. Collins grabs the miss.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Young inside. Dinwiddie covering. Here's Herter. Poked loose from the wing. They get it back.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Dinwiddie against Young. LeVert kicks to Allen. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yes, that's a 5. Welcome to the new NBA where 6'11 centers like Allen have range, major range.
Here's Reddish. The shot, no good. Chandler with the defensive effort.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Now the pass to LeVert. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Herder passes to Hunter, and that one drops for him.
How about the strength and focus on that one? It's clear Hunter up to the challenge at finishing on a physical defense.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Brooklyn.
One shot.
And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Nets. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Pass to LeVert. Looking to get it going, and it's in there.
Only the one made basket in the fourth. He hasn't provided them with a whole lot offensively.
LeVert against Young. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
LeVert finds Prince. Off target with his three.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Poked away. Herder passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. Here's Allen. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Collins.
Earning a trip to the stripe that time. Allen constantly on the move, which makes him hard to guard.
First one falls for him. And Allen drops them both. Here's Herder. Pass to Young. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks. Harris outside. Passes to Prince. Collins with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Temple. Chandler kicks to Allen. Deflects the pass. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And he knocks down the first one. And Brooklyn making a change here. Vincent's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Young. Down low. And finished off by Collins.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Hawks leading by 8. Now, here is Young. It's hauled in by Harris. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Musa, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Herter. To the inside. Reddish. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Reddish. Anderson, he's checked in for Musa. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Nets trail by 7. Allen outside. Back to Temple. Harris outside. Clock at 6. Allen inside. Over Reddish. That's good from Allen on the assist by Anderson. Allen's got 10 points here in the second half. And stolen by Prince. One-on-one here. Dishes it to Temple. The kick out to Anderson. And there's the pass to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. They get a hand on it. Collins with it. Guarded now by Prince. Outside Collins. Pass to Reddish. Collins in the post. He can't get that one to fall.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Nets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. The Hawks leading by 5. Young passes to Collins. Back to Young. Collins trying to break free. Young's shot is off. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Nets. Lets it go. Allen trying to break free, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Reddish. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Harris. To the middle. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Allen.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Atlanta calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. This is still a close game, and he told us guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus, and we'll have to go to the line for 2. Turner's checked in for Reddish. That's good from Harris.
You know, he was waived after his second year in the league, guys, but Joe Harris didn't let that stop him. He improved his skills, and he's carving out a nice career for himself.
And Harris drops them both. The Hawks leading. Here's Herter. The dish to Hunter. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Chandler with the ball. Pass to Prince. To take the lead, and the rejection by Collins. Young against Chandler. Passes it to Herter. Back to Young. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
To the left wing. Temple to pass to Allen. Harris with it. 5 on the clock. With the fadeaway. Collins grabs the miss. Collins is the Hawks leading by 3. Young outside. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. The shot, no good. Prince with the defensive effort. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Chandler finds Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Bounce pass, Temple. Kicks it out to Prince. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 5. 40 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Yes!
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 3. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And here's Brooklyn.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
Money!
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And Temple kicks to Chandler to tie it up. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.